All living Israeli hostages already released. Major prisoner exchange and ceasefire deal has done. A US brokered peace summit in Egypt led to the release of all surviving Israeli hostages held by Hamas, and Israel in turn released about 2,000 Palestinian prisoners. It is a huge development, ladies and gentlemen, from inside the country and from around the globe. I welcome all of you to today's International Affairs. I have a very distinguished personality in the studio who has a military background, who was a commander. He has international affairs experience and of course conflict resolution, conflict negotiation and peace deal. He is experienced in this kind of subjects. I welcome Brigadier General Shafat Ahmed in the studio, and from Washington we will have Norman Flatt Barnes, Satv's geopolitical correspondent based in Washington. Norman, we want to hear from you first. Is there any other breaking development going on in the international medias, or you are following any special events? We know President Donald Trump right now in Tel Aviv.
Greetings and good morning from Washington, D.C. Today is a very, as we say, peaceful feeling around the situation and what is happening in the Middle East. The jubilation from the families being united with their loved ones is overwhelming. The families over here in the United States, they have connection with people in Israel and Palestine, are very happy. At the same time, we're looking at what's next. People are basically holding their breath, waiting to see what's the next step. Will this thing hold on? Will it continue? Or will it bust? Issues here in the United States is that the Trump administration has initiated through the Justice Department and FBI a all-out attack on the terrorist network labeled as Antifa. Antifa is basically anti-fascism, and for the most part, it is a domestic terrorist group that has been labeled by the United States, and the United States has decided, government has decided to put an all-out attack on Antifa. Antifa is exactly a idea. Basically, there's no people, there's no offices, there's no propaganda, the website. Is basically an idea, a concept. The most scary thing about that is that anyone can be labeled as Antifa based on the information put out by the government. So all of these things we are concerned about, particularly with the healthcare issues going on, with the political people who are opposing the Trump administration, this new concept of Antifa, war against Antifa, is very concerning to the average person, because right now you can be considered put as a terrorist. As a terrorist, you have no rights. So that is very concerning as we move on to the next couple of days.
All right, Norman, when we'll be back to you, I'll have three queries. One is what is the latest updates of federal government shutdown, because we know people are suffering. We know federal employees are suffering. 4,000 employees already has been fired from the job. Some people are also considering to quit the federal job. On the other side, what is the reactions of the National Guard deployment in different cities, especially in Chicago and some other places also? And I will have one more queries. There is a new rumor that Trump may start in collision with some political figure, including his party. There is a new rumor. I have been informed this morning from not from Washington Post. I have been informed from Washington Times. So there will be huge discussions with you. Let me come to the studio. I have a very analytical question for General Shafat. Sir, we know conflicts happens. We know negotiations also take place, but after the negotiation, some new issues arise sometimes. My question I framed for you. When I was framing this question, I thought about your entire background. What are the likely political risk of both Israel and Hamas in agreeing to such a large prisoner exchange? Because this prisoner has lived in the prison with a lot of hatreds. Now they are free.
Thank you very much. Thank you for inviting me. There's big development going on in the Middle East, and we all hope for the best. We hope that this is the last. There is a lasting peace. But if you look at it, the way it has been handled, first of all, the 20-point peace plan itself is incomplete. It has, for the time being, it has stopped the bombardment by the Israelis. It has Israel has started a phased withdrawal of the troops, and they have allowed the Palestinians to come back to their ruined houses and to have a look at what is the situation there. At the same time, the aid agencies are entering Gaza to help the Palestinians. But question remains that, as you asked, what is the prospect of
or political risk?
Political risk. Now, first I'll look at Israel. In Israel, you have to see one thing. Mr. Netanyahu he has a problem, because the moment he leaves his chair as Prime Minister,
he's going to be in jail.
He is going to land in jail. And as you have heard, that President Trump has requested the Israeli president to pardon Netanyahu. That means this is probably a game. So that probably in exchange, the Netanyahu being to be pardoned, he has allowed Trump to go ahead with a partial solution to the problem. So it is not clear exactly how the Israelis will react, because what Mr. Norman said about the joy and celebration that is going on will last for a few days. But then after that, when again they come back to real business, things start taking different shape. Now on the Palestinian side, this is a very temporary phase. There is no political solution to the problem. What will happen to Hamas? Have they accepted total defeat? How will they be demilitarized?
And they did not surrender.
They did not surrender. Already this clash has taken place within Gaza between Hamas and a tribe. So internal faction is there. So political stability within Palestine, within Gaza, is a question mark. How will they take it? Even in this, if you see, Saudi Arabia is not included in this ceremony.
In this negotiation table.
What does it indicate?
If Saudi Arabia is not included, that means other 6 Gulf countries, at least Kuwait, Qatar, UAE, Oman, Bahrain, will have different opinion.
So that means is there a division within the GCC? We do not know. Because this has become such a complex issue. The signing of Pakistan-Saudi Arab defense deal, defense pact, indicates that there may be something under the carpet which you do not know.
Yes, that is very significant, sir. You said there will be something new. There may be something new dimension in the security pact. I will definitely go for some questions with you. Norman, I just want to read out 2-3 lines that Donald Trump has given his speech in Tel Aviv. I found very significant the meaning of this word. He says this long and difficult war has now been ended. He says this is the historic dawn of a new Middle East. He used new Middle East and he repeated himself twice this word. He repeatedly used language about the hope, faith and opportunity, replacing terror and death. And one more thing, that is why I brought this into the table. He praised his defense special envoy Steve Witkoff for this success. He did not mention his success in this effort. My question is, how might this deal affect the balance of power in Gaza and the West Bank, because there is no government, there is no institutional body at this moment. Norman, this is a big question from such an ordinary person right this moment, because people are asking me, who gonna rule Gaza and the West Bank?
The question is concerning is that, yes, we're talking peace. We have the prisoners coming home. We have the hostages going back to their families. But the core issue about Gaza, Palestine, and how Hamas is going to address it is still in the air. There's parties in Israel that's very concerned about this unfinished business of Hamas. What is their status? What would they be doing? How would they interact with the new government? Will there be a new government? And who will run the new government? There's no talk about the new Palestinian state, or will there be a Palestinian state, or what type of state will it be? So even though we have this jubilation and this relief, there's more questions now than before. Where do we go? Where does the Middle East go? What is going to happen with the Arab nations? How will the Western parties impact the future?
I was hearing one very famous commentator based in Paris, but he's an Arab, Busharai. Bushara is my personal very favorite. He said one thing: in such a negotiation, there should be a 5C character. Let me explain what is 5C. The agreement should be complete, composite, comprehensive, competitive and comparative. He himself found this negotiation agreement favored Netanyahu, I mean Israel. What is the future of Gaza people, two-state solution, and of course the West Bank included, sir?
So, can you repeat the five
now, what is complete, composite, comprehensive,
composite,
competitive and comparative?
comparative? Okay. Now, I'll answer your question this way. This is the first accord in Middle East. The first accord took place, Oslo Accord in 1993. It didn't succeed. The basic point of contention, bone of contention, is the two-state theory. The Israeli state and Palestinian state.
Yes, sir.
As long as Israel does not accept the two-state theory, there is not going to be any peace in the Middle East. It will linger on. We have seen that. So, if you take these 5 C's, it is not complete. It is not comprehensive either. It is neither comparative nor comparative. So, where do we go? None of these C's are there. Basically, what has happened is, I feel probably that Netanyahu is under tremendous pressure within the country, and he had to find a way out to relieve. He requested Trump to find a solution. So, what has happened is, by doing this, he has taken those 20 surviving hostages. So, he can tell the Israelis that I have brought the hostages back, And about the deceased, those dead, probably dead bodies will be also brought back. As he has said that, yes, this pact is basically to save Netanyahu. Why Palestine accepted it, Hamas accepted, because Hamas is getting a respite, and probably they will try. They are thinking that they may be able to come back to Gaza for some time and probably do reconstruction, because Hamas's base, they are losing their base, so they want to bring back the Palestinians in Gaza again so that their base remains intact. So both have interest here.
Yeah.
Hamas is now surrendering fully.
Yes.
And Netanyahu has got probably his, for the time being, he has saved his skin.
Right, sir. Sir, let me go to the speech, because this speech by the Donald Trump is hugely criticized and welcome also. I want to draw your attention, my dear viewers, along with Norman and General Shafat. Trump criticized Barack Obama and Joe Biden, accusing them of a hatred toward Israel. He also insisted, when you settled 8 wars in 8 months, that means you don't like war. In a surprising moment, Trump urged Israeli President Isaac Herzog, what you already said, to pardon Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu over corruption charges. He says, why don't you give him a pardon? Cigars and some champagnes. Who the hell cares? Norman, I just want to draw your attention. I think you understand his languages. What President mean in these lines? I was surprisingly watching the Fox, ABC, CNN and MSNBC, because they are analyzing his speeches, every single word. The comment drew attention given the legal and political sensitivities at this stage. Norman, please put your view.
Yes, remember, President Trump is a deal maker. He makes deals. By him intimating in his conversation and speech about the pardon for the prime minister, it was not by a fraudulent slip. It was done on purpose. It is to plant the seed at this time where he has a great impact on the world. The peace initiative is that they should basically consider not prosecuting the current prime minister. This was discussed and planned as a strategic move, and also as a motivator for him, for the prime minister to come to the terms of the ceasefire. Overall, Israel wants to continue this conflict. They want to continue to battle against Hamas. But as a potential exit for the current prime minister, save face with the people, and also save his political and financial future, the president will use his influence. So basically what you're seeing is basically a play with words, but strategically put out there to have impact and influence on the future.
Allow me for a breaking news. Here I am watching the Times of Israel and Haaretz, two top news outlets in Israel. They say 3 Palestinians killed in IDF strike, apparently nearing troops in Gaza City. Now what you gonna say? In one side of the coin, you are initiating negotiations, peace deal. On the other side, IDF is still on killing civilian people in the Gaza City. I can show you the news here. Times of Israel and Haaretz are doing this breaking news at this stage. Norman, I want your opinion on this, then I will come to the general.
Yes, as we just spoken, the hesitance from Israel and the Palestinian is, we're happy about the release, but what next? Well, we're seeing what's next. What you just described is exactly what we fear, that there will be other parties, there will be discerning people on both sides that will try to tear this next phase apart, to impede. We have seen this in the past before. We made the negotiations, we got to a point, and then one party or both parties do something that starts a incident, new frictions. So as we talk about peace, are we really talking and concerned about peace, or is this just a TV production, a show for the public that we are trying at the same time we are continuing with our initial mission?
All right, Norman, I'm sure General Shafat has some answer for you. General Shafat has some reply on the breaking news I have read out for the viewers. I'm sure General Shafat has something critical on this agreement, on this peace deal, on this negotiation. General Shafat.
First of all, I'm not really surprised that IDF has killed Palestinians. They'll continue. Probably scale will reduce, but the Israelis will continue to hit the Palestinians. As I said, the deal was basically to extricate Netanyahu for the time being and probably allow some space for some relief to go in, nothing more than that. Because this does not, the deal itself does not show anything for the future. It is probably a stopgap measure that have been done. So, Trump, as you know, he wants to come in the news media. He is not saying that he is asking for
He's an attention seeker.
attention seeker. It is White House spokesperson who said that it is time that Trump should be given Nobel Peace Prize. That he has stopped the Thai-Cambodian war. I was listening to one of the video. Then he had brokered India-Pakistan. There was something between Egypt and Sudan, probably, I don't know. And there was one somewhere in Europe also.
And he also claimed that Pakistan and Afghanistan war he has
now
Azerbaijan and Armenia.
So that means he's claiming that anything that has happened, it is Mr. Trump. And about criticizing Obama and Biden, it is probably it is his nature that he has to criticize others. Because he thinks that he is the only person who can do all these things.
Yes, Norman, would you mind that, do you sometimes feel that Mr. Donald Trump is a boss, or Donald Trump is a businessman, or Donald Trump is a political leader, or Donald Trump is the president, wants to be the one of the finest president in the century?
Mr. Trump he is all of above. He is a businessman who seeks to be a savvy politician, a peacemaker, a person that is remembered as the change agent. He is a change agent. He seeks support from the media. He loves the accolades. He loves the media attention. So anything that he can do to stay in the news, he will accomplish.
At this stage, what role do third-party mediators, except United States, I want to mention few names like Turkey, Egypt, Qatar, play in making such ceasefire deals possible? Or I want to actually emphasize stable. Norman.
The actors, Turkey, Qatar, the rest of them, they are contributors to the situation. There's been discussion, but for the most part, they are relinquishing the lead to the United States. They have a influence to the matter, but the total impact will be basically right now is led by the United States, and they're waiting to see exactly what the United States before they commit themselves to commitments and what they want to do.
all right, Norman. I want to do the same question in a different way to General Shafat, because in his entire career he has done so much of for the nation and for peacekeeping advices he has done. Sir, what are the main obstacles to turning a temporary ceasefire into a long-lasting peace by these two neighbors, though Israel doesn't agree that West Bank, Palestine or Gaza is their neighbor?
Okay. First of all, what is your intention? Does Israel want peace in Middle East? If Israel wants peace, it can be materialized. It can last.
They want to occupy.
If they want to occupy, then sorry, it will continue. Now, coming to United States, there is the problem, because United States slowly and gradually is probably losing control
On
over
Middle
Israel.
East. On Israel also.
On Israel also, because a time will come, because of the world pressure that will mount on the USA. USA will be probably forced to ask Israel to reduce their activities. Will Israel do it? Because Qatar bombing was certainly not with the approval from Washington. And we have seen that probably Netanyahu was forced to apologize to the Qatari Prime Minister. So this indicates that it all depends on the Israeli government. Will Israel really want a peace? Do they want a peaceful Middle East? Do they want that they should live with their neighbors in peace? It can be achieved. It's a political will. Like in India, Pakistan, it's political will.
Sir, here is one quote from General Benny Gantz, who is a leader of far-right movement in Israeli parliament, Knesset. He said one thing: we welcome the effort Donald Trump has given. We also condemn the way Palestinian people has been killed. We also condemn how Hamas reacted, but we welcome the deal in this stage. But he says Benjamin Netanyahu made Israel weaker. Ladies and gentlemen, time has come to go for a short break, but I have some more queries to General Shafat and Norman as well. When I'll be back, I'll have a tough question for both of the gentlemen here. How could public opinion of Israel and Palestine and the wider Arab world influence the implementation of this 20-point agreement? Because Hamas will face tough time, Hezbollah will face tough time, Houthis will face tough time in coming days. This is the suspect. This is the assuming of few very senior journalists. I had the opportunity to talk with them in person.
লাখো মানুষের কঠোর কর্মতৎপরতা ও নিষ্ঠা পার্সেল অ্যান্ড কুরিয়ার সার্ভিস এখন 16 কোটি মানুষের দীর্ঘ 30 বছর ধরে বিশ্বস্ততা ও দ্রুততার সাথে সেবা দেওয়ায় গ্রাহক সেবায় এখন শীর্ষে। বাংলাদেশে গ্রাহক সেবার সাফল্যের পর পার্সেল অ্যান্ড কুরিয়ার সার্ভিস এখন বিশ্ব
পার্সেল রেফ্রিজারেটর করে 72% পর্যন্ত বিদ্যুৎ সাশ্রয়।
সিঙ্গাপুর থেকে বাংলাদেশে বুকিং এর জন্য যোগাযোগ করুন SA পরিবহন প্রাইভেট লিমিটেড, লজিস্টিক্স, পার্সেল অ্যান্ড কুরিয়ার সার্ভিস, 22 রবার্টস লেন, সিঙ্গাপুর 218302। ফোন 0065 629 24900। বাংলাদেশ থেকে সিঙ্গাপুরে পণ্য বুকিংয়ের জন্য যোগাযোগ করুন ঢাকা সহ দেশের যে কোনো ৮০টি শাখা কেন্দ্রে। এসএ পরিবহন পার্সেল অ্যান্ড কুরিয়ার সার্ভিস, আপনার সেবা সব সময়।
Welcome, Grand Palace Hotel, Dhaka. A majestic lobby blending timeless elegance with modern design. Experience 5-star comfort in suites and rooms. Sophisticated fine dining restaurant. Crystal clear swimming pool for ultimate relaxation. Modern gym and serene spa for well-being. Perfect venue for corporate events, weddings and parties. Seamless and secured. Elegant and eye-catching design. Indulge, relax, discover the first 5-star chain hotels in Bangladesh. Grand Palace Hotel Dhaka, 22 Kakrail, Dhaka, Bangladesh.
Welcome to Grand Club at Mirpur 10 Dhaka. Elegant spa and wellness facility for ladies and gents. Play pool and snooker in international standard billiard zone. World-class gym facility with exclusive equipment for man and woman. A restaurant of delicious local and international cuisine. Fully air-conditioned building with spacious banquet, car lift, sky view rooftop restaurant, all in one. Grand Club Limited, Mirpur 10, Dhaka.
কি এমন জিনিস যেটা সব লোকে খায়? ছোটরা খেলে পরে কেঁদে মায়ের কাছে যায়, বৃদ্ধ লোক খেলে পরে মাথায় দেয় হাত, যুবক যুবতীরা খেলে পরে এদিক ওদিক তাকায়।
ছেড়ে দে শয়তান, ছেড়ে দে। দেহ পেলে আমার মন পাবি না, ছেড়ে দে।
কোন ফলের বীজ নেই বলো দেখি দাদা, বলতে না পারলে হবে তুমি গাধা।
মন্দিরা চক্রবর্তী কার সাথে প্রেম করছে?
আমি এখন মা হতে চলেছে।
চিনেছি তোমারে আকারে প্রকারে, দিনের আলো রাতের আধারে।
কোন বাসায় শুধু দুজন থাকে, দরজা জানালা ছাদ কিছুই থাকে না?
পা, পায়ের নুপুর, ছন্দ,
মনে হচ্ছে কি ছু দিয়ে জাদু মন্ত্র।
এক্স্যাক্টলি, পায়ের নুপুর আমার।
অরিক্স স্পেশাল সেলিব্রিটি শো তারকার ঝলক দেখবেন প্রতি শুক্রবার রাত 9:30 মিনিটে।
ভালোবাসা একবার তুমি বউ কইয়া ডাকো।
হ্যাঁ গো,
আর কত দূর?
আরে আমি তো ফিডের গাড়ির লগে।
তোমার গরু হাঁস মুরগি মাছ তো অনশন শুরু কইরা দিছে।
কি কও, অনশন শুরু কইরা দিছে?
কেডা?
হাঁস মুরগি মাছ।
আরে ওগো মতি গতি দেখা মনে হইতাছে এসএফএন ছাড়া কিছুই খাইবো না।
হ্যাঁ গো, এসে ফিডের খবর ওরা জানলো কেমনে?
আরে ভালো জিনিসের খবর ছড়াতে কি আর মাইক লাগে? খবর ভাসে বাতাসে বাতাসে।
আরে দেখো, এসে ফিডের জাদু।
সম্পূর্ণ নিজস্ব তত্ত্বাবধানে বিশেষজ্ঞদের সমন্বয়ে প্রস্তুত হয় এসএ ফিডের পশু খাদ্য। অত্যাধুনিক প্রযুক্তিতে তৈরি এই পশু খাদ্য যেমন নিরাপদ তেমনি স্বাস্থ্যকর। এসএ ফিড, নিরাপদ ফিড, স্বাস্থ্যকর প্রোটিন। এসএ অ্যাগ্রো ফিডস লিমিটেড একটি এসএ গ্রুপ অফ কোম্পানিজের প্রতিষ্ঠান।
Grand Palace 5-star chain hotel, Zinda Bazar, Sylhet. Local and international cuisines. Exclusive banquet hall for all events. 5-star luxurious rooms and suites with bulletproof glass. Fiberglass swimming pool. Relaxing spa. Well-equipped gym. Experience panoramic beauty at Satv Restaurant. Welcome to Grand Palace Hotel. Grand Palace Hotel and Resorts, Jollar Par, Zinda Bazar, Silet, Bangladesh.
বাংলাদেশে দীর্ঘ ৩৭ বছরের সাফল্যের অগ্রযাত্রায় এসএ পরিবহন পার্সেল অ্যান্ড কুরিয়ার সার্ভিস এখন আধুনিক ও শৈল্পিক স্থাপত্য শিল্পের দেশ মালয়েশিয়ার কুয়ালালামপুরে। লাখো গ্রাহকদের প্রয়োজনের দিক লক্ষ্য রেখে নিশ্চিত বিশ্বস্ততা ও আন্তর্জাতিক মানের সেবা এখন ডোর টু ডোর। এসএ পরিবহন কুরিয়ার অ্যান্ড পার্সেল সার্ভিস SDN BHT 120 জালান্তুন HS Lee 50050 কুয়ালালামপুর, মালয়েশিয়া। এসএ পরিবহন পার্সেল অ্যান্ড কুরিয়ার সার্ভিস আপনার সেবায় সবসময়।
Explore the magnificent view of Rangpur. 5-star facilities, rich chain hotel, Grand Palace. Relax in spacious rooms and suites. Enjoy local and international cuisines. Banquet and conference room. Helipad. Gymnasium. Beauty salon. Restaurants and bar. Cafe lounge. Experience luxury at Grand Palace, Rangpur.